Alright, we are in section 2.3 where we are simplifying expressions. Um, some of the things that we have to keep in mind in order to simplify expressions is to be able to understand what the definitions mean and what we're trying to do in the course of a math problem. When it comes to simplifying expressions, these are the terms that we are looking for to help us simplify. This is vocabulary that I will use throughout the course of this class, and while we are trying to speak the language, so to speak, if you know what I'm saying, through the definitions, we can then, get a better understanding of solving the math problems. So, first vocabulary word is terms. Terms in mathematics are parts of an expression that can and cannot be combined. So, basically, what this is what are the different values you get in a specific expression. So, if, like, for example, if I had 2x plus 4 plus 8x plus 6, my terms for this specific expression would be 2x, 4, 8x, and 6. Okay? Coefficients are the numbers that is multiplied to the variable. Or another way of saying it is it's the value that stands in front of the variable. So if we go back to this example here, anything that is attached to the variable, like this one here I have a 2x and this one here I have an 8x, the coefficients for those two variables would be 2 and then also 8. It's just the number that is to the left of our variable. If we just had something like x right here, that's basically like saying 1x. So the coefficient for this one would be 1. Constant is a number that stands alone. So it means it has no variable that's attached to it. So in this example it would be 4 and 6. And then we have like terms. Like terms can be combined by adding or subtracting. So like terms is you can add up variables together and you can add up constants together. So for this example here, like terms in that expression would be 2x and 4x, and another like terms would be 4 and 6. And you can combine those, and the simplified expression for this particular one would be 6x plus 10, because you're just adding 2 plus 4, putting the x to it, and then 4 plus 6 gives you 10. Okay? So, for these examples, they want us to identify the terms, the coefficient, and constant terms of each expression. So, looking at this example, the terms for the specific expression are y, comma, 8, comma, negative 5y, and negative 3. If you have a hard time identifying the negative 5y and the negative 3, you could always make them into an addition problem by crossing the line, changing the sign. Crossing the line, changing the sign. That's perfectly fine. It's perfectly legal, and if it helps you solve it, then by all means go ahead. Coefficients are the numbers that are attached to a variable, and we have y, so that coefficient is 1, and then I got negative 5. And then the constant terms would be 8 and negative 3, the ones that have no variable attached to it. And if I were to simplify this expression, it would be negative 4y plus 5 because I get to combine my like terms. So here, my terms would be 6x, x, 2, and 4. My coefficients would be 6 and 1 because they're attached to the variable. And then my constants would be 2 and 4. And if I were to combine like terms are 6x and x, which would give me 7x. And then plus 2 and 4, I can combine to make 6. So that would be my simplified expression. So here, we just have to simplify. We don't have to identify any of the terms, coefficients, constants, but you will do it, indirectly. You'll do them kind of hidden like. So looking at example A here, I have 4n minus 7 minus n plus 9. So I look at the value with the variables attached to it. So I have 4n and I have a minus n. So I can combine those to be 4n minus n or 4 minus 1n, which would give me a positive 3n for my like terms. And then when I'm done with those values of those terms, I can just X them out because I finished, I already simplified those. Now I have a negative 7 plus 9. And negative 7 plus 9 will give me a positive 2, so since it's positive, I'll use plus. Alright? For B, I have 2 times the quantity of x minus 4 plus 9x plus 1. So in order to simplify this expression, I must use the distributive property, which we talked about in section 2.2. So here, I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to go like that. I'm going to multiply that 2 to the x and to that minus 4. So 2 times x gives me 2x. 2 times a negative 4, because it's minus, gives me a minus 8. And then I just write out the rest of my expression. So from here, I get to now combine like terms, which makes this 11x. And then negative 8 plus 1 gives me 7, but it's a minus 7. All right. Last thing, I have a triangle here. I want you to simplify the expression of the perimeter. Now, if you remember, perimeter is when you add all the sides up. So for this triangle, it's x plus 5 plus 2x plus 1. So from here, I have x, x, and 2x as like terms. So this is 1 and 1, so 1 plus 1 plus 2 will give me a 4x to combine those like terms. And then it's going to be plus 5 plus 1, which will give me 6. And that is being able to simplify variable expressions. Hope this helps. Until next time.